Hello guys, welcome to a install video. Today I'm going to be going over SLP's line lock kit. This specific instruction video is going to be for a 2000 to 2002 Camaro Z28. This is the 4th gen F-body Camaro. But a lot of the stuff is the same throughout the line lock series, so hopefully this will be helpful for a lot of people. To start, the directions that SLP brings with the product that you have to download online, they are absolute crap, so you can just get rid of them. And then to get right into it, the first thing you're going to want to do is take your actual line lock solenoid, which you can see here. I have mine already installed, but I'm just going to go ahead and run you guys through everything here. Basically, this is the main solenoid here. And the first step that you're going to want to do is there's these brass fittings that they supply. These are the brass fittings right here. There's going to be one for the top, and then you can't see it, but there's also going to be one on the bottom. You're going to want to install those on the solenoid before you do anything else. Once you install both of those, the next thing you can do is just kind of hang on to the solenoid for a second. You're going to go ahead and take out your first brake line, which is this brake line here, and that brake line was the one that went from the back of your master cylinder. As you can see, there's two lines coming out of the master cylinder. There's one in the front here and one in the back, a little bit back farther. You're going to want to take that one out, the back one. The back one also was normally connected to the front part of your, I'm sorry, not the front, the back of your ABS block here. So as you can see, there's 4 brake lines in your ABS block. The back right one, as you can see right here, is the one that's going to come out on the other end of the brake line that you took out of the master cylinder. So basically what it's going to look like when it's connected normally is you'll have it running from the back of your master cylinder. As you can see, it lines up there, and then it would line up right there into the back right corner of your ABS block. So you're going to want to take that line out, and then once you have both disconnected and you take the line out, what you're going to want to do is take the line that SLP gives you with the kit. It's the bigger of the two lines. It's this one here. So what you're going to want to do is run that from the back of your master cylinder here and run it up to the back right corner of your ABS block, right? Or no, I'm sorry, not the back of the ABS block, into the top of the solenoid. Sorry about that. So like I said, you're going to go from the back of the master cylinder into your solenoid right here, into the top where you already put in your the nut that they had given you. So once you have that done, you could also go down to the bottom and hook up your brake line for the bottom here. This is the one that they supply that looks kind of like a weird shaped S. The side that's a little bit tighter, as you can see, this has a wider run. The bottom part is a little bit skinnier. It's not going to be as long as this. It's going to be shorter. You're going to go ahead and install that onto the bottom of the solenoid. And like I said, make sure you also put the nut, one of the brass nuts on the bottom before you install the line too. And then once you install the line into the bottom, you're going to run that right into the back right corner of your ABS block where the original line was connected, the one that you'd already taken out, the stock line. So once you have everything all plumbed in, oops, sorry, my stabilizer's going a little bit crazy here. Once you have everything all connected, your next step is that you're going to want to go ahead and screw the actual solenoid into the car to make sure it's stable. As you can see, I have a screw right there, screwed into the fender. They do supply 2 screws, but I think 2 is a little bit unnecessary. As you can see, it really doesn't go anywhere. And it's practically impossible to get a screw, a second screw into the fender anyway. So like I said, I only have one in there right now. I haven't really gone out and gone crazy with it yet. but it is holding steady where it is. I don't worry about it moving around. So as far as the hard plumbing and all the brake lines of the kit itself, it's actually pretty simple. The directions make it seem way more complicated than it needs to be. But that's basically it as far as the hard plumbing. So once you get into the wiring is also pretty simple. What you want to do is on the, let's see here. Yes, it is on the bottom. There's going to be two electrical prongs sticking out of the front of the unit. There's a top one and a bottom one. On the bottom one, I connected the power source. So I just ran the line straight from the bottom point, right around the back here, straight into this peg here, where there's always power. So now that we have power, what you can do is take your top peg here, your top electrical peg that sticks out, and I just ran a wire. Oops, sorry, stabilizer's a little bit crazy today. I just ran a wire along with the cable for the hood latch, ran it right through the fender. Come into the car, show you it. Okay. As you can see, hang on one second. Okay, here we go. As you can see, the wires just run through the fender. I just have to do a little bit more tucking. But basically, I just hit it right through the fender. It comes right behind all the weather stripping and goes into the plastic. Now, they want you to drill a hole in your kick panel, which I didn't really want to do. So what I did instead was I went right into my ashtray on the car, and as you can see, I just threw the switch right in the ashtray. And the thing that I like about having it in the ashtray over the kick panel is I can cover it. So now, with it being a regular on-off switch, if it was on the kick panel, you could, as you could see, right below the steering wheel. Oops, sorry. Right below the steering wheel, there's a high chance that you're going to kick it or you know, bump it while you're driving, which could lock up the brakes if you hit the brakes while it's on. So I really like the idea of it being in the ashtray over the kick panel, because now I can lock it, do my burnout, unlock it, close it. So now there's no way that I'm ever going to hit the switch while I'm driving by accident, because, you know, that could be a huge problem. So basically, like I said, a little bit different, a little bit more modified than most people are probably going to do it. I didn't like the kick panel, so I went to the ashtray. But overall, it's a pretty simple process to install. Like I said, I think SLP really just kind of made the directions a little bit more complicated than they needed to be. Just the way that they worded things kind of wasn't really easy. This is the first line lock that I've done, and like I said, once I actually had an understanding of where everything had to go, I probably could have put everything together in maybe 30 minutes by myself. So if you guys have any questions at all, definitely just drop them down below. I'll try to help you guys get through the install process. Like I said, it's pretty easy to install once you understand what you're doing. I really hope this helped you guys out. If you have any questions, drop them down below and I'll be more than happy to help. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and stay tuned for more stuff on the Camaro, Silverado, and other vehicles. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.